Hello? Can you hear me? 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 It should be all better now, YouTube. Hi! Hi, YouTube. Hi, Twitch. Hello. Looks good to me on my end. Rufus. That's me. Are we ready to get back into the game now? Are we ready? Make sure everyone refreshes, okay? Let's get one big refresh. My bad for starting the roaring. Eric, you did this! No. I didn't think that would happen. It said network issues on my end, but I don't know if it really was network issues. My theory is sometimes it says network issues when there are CPU issues on my end, you know? Like it's having trouble sending out anything without dropping frames because I'm dropping frames on my own computer. Because it looked like insane on my side. Okay. Shut up, BGM! Shut up! Alright. Let's give it a go. Let's give it a whirl. Oh, thank you for the head pats. I finally have proof that my ISP is throttling my internet. I mean, I don't have proof. Because I didn't do a fucking speed test when I went offline, which I should have. That was on me. I wonder where it left off on my game. It can't process that. Yeah, I think so. Honestly, there are a few moments worse than when I got killed earlier today.
Access granted.
I feel like I'm forgetting stuff. Weaponizing demons for a brighter tomorrow. Amen, brother. Aren't we all? We haven't found the lever yet.
Should you find yourself caught in a level 3 demon contamination event, it is important that you remain calm.
In fact, your PC had a strong the moment you went Omega. Like, PC, this is all just a bad dream and you're never waking up. Yo.
Unlike everything else in your life, your work here matters.
How many chainsaws were in these facilities that I'm always finding them everywhere?
Weaponizing demons for a brighter tomorrow. Should you find yourself
Oh my god, it is shitting out again, isn't it?
it is important that you remain
Oh, fuck.
a tier 3 fellow
It should be done now if you want to refresh. I'm sorry about that. It should be done. Sorry to make you refresh again. Ugh. Man. Refresh. It's not done. They found me. Guys, they found me. The ISP police found me. The ISP police found me. They're throttling me again. Not good. It's intermittent this time though, which is interesting. It's a lot of frames dropping, but it's stopping and starting, which seems more like a normal issue. Yeah, this is a big refresh right now. Because it stopped for a second. I don't know where the lever is. Dude, at this rate, we're never going to finish this game because I keep having to stop after just a couple hours and I yap too much. Too much yap. Oh, it's pretty in here. Maybe there's a cool guy down here. Who left their Labubu in the freezer? They don't like it. It's ouchy. Yeah, stream is calming down. I think that one was a normal stress like issue instead of ISP throttle. I was joking that they found me, but I actually don't think they did find me. I think it's normal stress because if it was throttling, it would keep going. Yeah, no, I die now. Goodbye. What the hell, Botrix? Okay, Botrix is allowed. Botrix is my backup chat, but I don't know why it's talking right now. It should not be talking. It is actually incorrectly join the chat. It so confidently said it correctly joined chat, only for it to be so wrong.
Weaponizing demons for a brighter tomorrow. Should you find yourself caught in a level 3 demon,
Oh, I went backwards.
remain calm. A tier 3 fellow wouldn't panic, and neither should you.
Is there a wrong way? I guess so. I guess so. Hello, Botrix.
Access.
Me and Botrix, we just met, so it's a little bit awkward that, like, he's acting like we're cool like that. I thought it was Botrix, but because of the capitalization, I'm gonna go with Botrix.
Early tests of Vega's protoplasmic circuitry showed temperatures exceeding 1.2 megakelvins, 173 times hotter than the surface of the sun.
Jesus.
To contain this heat, a massive supercooled structure was built to house Vega's miles of circuitry and millions of processing centers.
It's hotter than the surface of the sun, and it has miles of circuitry.
You are looking at the only absolute zero cooling system ever constructed. It took years to perfect. Destroy each of the 4 coolant generators. Once they are no longer functional, my primary systems should begin to melt down.
But I don't want to kill you, Vega. We're friends. Me and Vega are cool. It's not like me and Samuel, who are kind of like, you know, Samuel's on thin ice, I'm gonna be real. Not really vibing too much with Samuel. The babies are talking about Pickle Rick. Why am I not surprised? Samuel thinks he's Jackson. What the hell?
Core temperature rising.
I gotta kill a caca demon with a chainsaw. Come in here. Come in here. Jump scare! Wow. Rip and tear, rip and tear. Gosh, gotta love my rip and tear. If you don't know how or where, just know you gotta just rip and tear. Yippee, yippee, yahoo, yippee. Rip and tear, it's the way to be. Yahoo, yippee, wahoo, yippee. Gotta rip and tear, it's the place to be.
Core temperature reaching critical levels.
Bro was going for a health pack. Oi, 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 oi. This imp has the biggest balls of anyone. I'm like holding the BFG and he's like throwing fireballs at my back. Ow. Imagine someone makes a song called Rip and Tear and it's this. Well, you don't got to imagine it, buddy. It's happening. And there's just like one imp running around like, wee, you can't find me, you can't catch me. Oh no, it's this dude. Look at this dude. Oi! Coolenta. Meltdown in progress. Ah! Are there any more guys I can rip and tear?
Did I get them all again? Man.
Is that the last guy?
Thank you. Now move to where my core is located to complete this process.
That was the last guy. And he just slip and slided. Okay. You know, it just went from being really fucking cold in there to really fucking hot in a few minutes. Okay. Ribbon tail. He knew the vibe. Yeah, he was hiding, I think. I think he was hiding for his life.
I wanna save that one. Yeah. Where am I supposed to go? Oh, up. Uppies. I said uppies. I said uppies. Uppies. Ribbon tail. He just wants uppies. Uppies. I still want a ribbon
The
tail.
train below will take you to the entrance.
Aw, I didn't get to whip and tail.
For you to gain access to my core, the
I like
demonic
trains.
must be removed from the room ahead.
Are they alright? Tear and rip? Absolutely not. What, are you crazy? You mad?
You mad?
Sorry.
Are you mental?
Rip in tears, maybe. Oh.
Am I right, lads, or am I right, lads?
You're wrong, lad.
Yeah. Eat your heart. Alright. Give me your pink booty. Wow, they give juice boxes out for free?
You have way too many chalky chips, bro. You're hoarding. The economy's in shambles.
Shit. He ate my BFG! Ah, he ate my BFG too! Oh no. My BFG! I like to be stalked. Binky on a train, Binky on a train. Bro was hungry.
Uh-oh, I'm dropping frames. I'm dropping frames again. 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 The frames are dropping. I don't know what to do in this situation. I just keep playing the game because I don't want to get discouraged. But honestly, it drives me a bit mental. We're up to 20%. It's going rapidly. Well, I'm gonna do what I always do. I'm gonna finish this level. In hopes that it, you know, mellows out. And if it doesn't mellow out, then it'll look a little better on the VOD than it does right now for the stream. And, well, nothing we can do about that. Can we? It stopped for a second if you want to refresh. Let's give it a whirl. Refresh, please. I'll let YouTube know as well. Refresh. Not that anyone's there, but, you know, just in case. Oh well. All we can do is keep going. It'll look better on the VOD than it does now. Even if I am going a bit mental. So I'm wondering right now, is there a lever in this freaking room? Because I don't want to redo this level. This lever. All we can ever do is try. It's true. What do they say? Give me the strength. What is it? About things you can control and the things you cannot and whatnot. I don't know. I've never been particularly patient or strong, so... I might look up where the lever is before I leave this room. I've got a feeling it might be in here. I don't know. It is weird, though, to put it in an arena. So maybe it's not in here, but who knows? Who knows? I'm gonna look it up in a minute. Oh, I recall this elevator. Who knows?
I'm gonna look up where the lever is. What level are we on? Vegas Core. Oh, I already missed it. Womp womp. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. I already missed it. Praetor suit upgrade down
I
here.
am losing energy capabilities. Control of
Oh, it's becoming scary.
Once Vegas core is destroyed, the vacuum of energy will pull you back through to hell. We have your
No.
destination set as well as the location. Now use the crucible to power it down, and the portal here on Mars will be closed permanently. They will not allow access to the well without a fight.
Scary.
But I'm sure that's what you're looking for, isn't it?
Oh, hell yeah. It's like at the beginning of a roller coaster. Whoa. Whee! Oh, I forgot Vega's why we're here. Oh, thanks for the head pats, Goomba. Thank you, thank you. Yay! Found all the data logs. Ooh boy. Oh, I'm sad we're killing Vega.
Vega. I love these synthesizers.
You got this. I got this. Maybe it's a blessing in disguise that I probably won't start Eternal today because gives Ares some time to.
Oh, great. We're dropping frames again.
Oops.
I love this part. I'm gonna narrate it because I know frames are dropping. We took a backup of Vega with us. We put him on a flash drive and put him in our pocket.
Whoa.
Okay, since frames are dropping for a second, I'm gonna go back and do a couple things real quick. I don't want to continue until it's time. You know. I have to explode some demons with barrels. You know how it is. Oh, you saw the flash drive, didn't you? It's such an epic moment. Like Monica. It is kind of like Monica, isn't it? Except I didn't keep a backup of Monica. I was like, goodbye.
Bye, Monica. I'm gonna try something again.
I don't know how the internet is right now, but I wonder if I could go back onto my regular network yet. Probably a bad idea, but I kind of want to try it.
YouTube, you're gonna see a stutter, and then nothing's gonna happen. The VOD should keep going. Twitch, it might end again. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It might also reconnect before it ends. I don't know. I wish there was a way to turn off auto end on Twitch. I haven't found a way to do that yet. But anyhow, I'm gonna try switching back over to my main network and see what it does. If it hates it, I'll just put it back on the VPN, I guess, because it's not like we have anything to lose anyway. I'm dropping mad frames. Mad frames. Oh, it would be cool if you could make more moniker. Hello? Hello, 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 hello. Hello? We back. Oh, this feels much better already. All right. One last refresh for the road, maybe. Actually, I don't think we even need a refresh. Don't worry about it. Very nice. This is very nice. I don't know how long it'll last because I think ISP will figure my shit out eventually, but nothing to lose, right? Nothing to lose. All right, we're gonna go back and do a couple random things because I think we might be on the last level. Spoiler alert. Oh, that feels good. Just picking up all that ammunition. Oh yeah. Just want to blow up some guys. Are there any barrels in here? No? That was kind of satisfying, wasn't it? Oh shit. Damn it. Fucker. I should have killed Greykey before that. Damn it. Okay, I'm locked in. Oh, they took my glass. I hate it here. Oh my god, I have to do it all in one level? That's such bullshit! Bunbun the Locked. Oh my god, that's actually so metal. What the hell? I'm obsessed. Bunbun the Locked. Lost in a fight between ISP and locking in ADHD and ISP, if you will. Okay, okay, okay. Are there any more bear rolls? No, not in here. Oh, the metal is so good. I would put this on my playlist. Born in the flames of the oven, forced to rise under harsh, flaming conditions. Bunbun the Locked walked tirelessly with only her super shotgun and her sheer will alongside her. She was whooping ass and taking names. She was looking for monsters to blow up. Lore. Yes, the lore drop. She was kind of racist against British people. But only in a silly way. Lore. Shut up! You can't say that. I mean, you can, but I wish you didn't. Are there really no splodies in here? There's no barrels. unlocked. Saw an opportunity to grab every damn item in the arena. So she took it. Her greed sickens me. Hi there. Hi, Noah. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Should I get Doom Eternal? I think it's really good, but if you get Doom Eternal, I recommend you get the DLC too. And I'm not just a shill, I promise. The DLC, in my opinion, I can't go into spoilers because we're going to play it next, but the DLC makes a big difference in the story, and it like changes the ending essentially. It's a continuation of the story, and it's really good. It explains a lot of things that aren't explained otherwise. How you doing? Have you played Doom 2016 before? This one's Doom 2016, so it's not the same one, but it's really good. It's a little buggy on PC, though. I think it'd be a little better on PS4 or PS5, probably, maybe. I don't know. I played it on Steam Deck, and that was actually a lot better. But it is buggy on PC, or maybe it's just because I'm streaming. Never played a Doom game in my life. How did you end up here? Did you just see the thumbnail and you're like, that's crazy? Who is this creature? Understandably so. Why would you shoot Chris? Doom guy, no! I forget that YouTube people probably see my other VODs and then they see that I'm live and they check what I'm doing. I like legitimately forget that. It's like, oh yeah. YouTube VODs are like actually relevant after like the week that you stream it, unlike Twitch. Assuming you're willing to watch an 8-hour stream of some dingus playing the game badly and getting mad and barking when they lose. Looking for Doom videos? I'm thinking about getting Doom game. Oh, I see. I see. I like it. Seems so, I guess. I need to explode more, guys. ASAP. Well, if you like what you see, you're welcome to stick around. There's a lot more where that came from. Okay, I need one more. Just one more. Okay, there's one there. I think I remember going through this last time I played the game, like, in my personal file. I'm dropping a little bit of frames, but it's not terrible. I will stay. Let's go! Yippee, 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 yippee. Yippee, yippee, yippee. Happy to have you. If it's your first time, which would appear it is, I am Bunbun. I am your low poly, dough-bodied Bunbun with bun buns on her little noggin. And I play lots of games because I like games. I like video games. They're infighting. There's nothing to explode them with down here. I have to wait till the fucking Titan fight, I think. Ooh. Are you completionists in all games or just your favorites? I try to be a completionist in all games, but I'm not a true compulsive completionist like some people, that's for sure. I don't go as hard as a lot of people do, but I try. I think there's just something about, like, I used to think I hated open world games because I thought that hold on. I thought that I didn't like games without, like, objectives and stuff, like, but I realized I just didn't really understand what to do in a game, so I thought all open world games were like that. Yeah. So I think I just really am drawn to objectives in games. Yes, sir. My god, he's tweaking. Oh, that was the wrong ammo. My bad. I was so confidently wrong there. My glass cannon. And I didn't use my BFG again! Twice! I just need to blow up one damn demon, just one. Just one more. And then I can get out of here. Oh, there's plenty of barrels here. Oh, he's gonna blow them all up. Yeah! Okay. Okay, we good. We Gucci. That's everything. We can get out of here. Yeah. Yeah. Whee! Noah, what kind of games are you into? What have you been playing recently? Anything interesting? We gotta get to the blue card room, and then we can finish the game, basically. Yes, you. I'm calling you out in particular. Sorry, I like to ask my chatters lots of questions. Sorry. I'm at you. Calling you out.
You have the crucible, and with it the means
The crucible.
of the well.
I wish I could use it the way I want to, but I can't explain why just yet.
This is my primary operating facility.
Vega, you're alive! Playing countless hours of Minecraft. Ooh, that sounds fun.
Approximately 2.4 terawatts of power to sustain my operational capabilities, but it has been decided that we can use that power to send
It's
you
been
to the
decided.
portal. I will not not survive the procedure and am unable to self-terminate. So I will walk you through the process.
He's like, I can't do it. You have to do it. You have to pull the trigger.
Facility doors have been secured
I'm too scared.
by finding a way in and disabling the security systems.
Geronimo! I only got into Minecraft last year.
Security systems operate on two separate networks that terminate
Bedrock was like a thing
termination
when I was a kid, but I didn't really get into it. It was like not really my thing.
surge.
You should survive the surge. Me and Aries are planning on doing Minecraft either on or off stream. I don't know yet, to be honest.
Neural security network offline.
But we have a little world, and it's really cute. It's called Venus. It's low-key kind of named after a Mitski song. In Nobody, she says Venus, planet of love, was destroyed by global warming. Did people want too much too? That one. And I don't want your pity. I just want somebody near me. Guess I'm a coward. I just wanna feel alright. And I know no one will save me. I just need someone to kiss. Give me one good honest kiss and I'll be alright. Where's that imp? I heard you. Oh! That's a unique one. Luta. I don't want your pity. I just want somebody near me. Guess I'm a coward. I just wanna feel alright. And I know no one will save me. I just need someone to kiss. Give me one good honest kiss and I'll be alright. I've been on a Roblox X Minecraft crossplay server. It's awesome, but the people are super toxic. What the heck is... What are the Trillins... What are the kids being toxic about? What is there to be toxic about in the Minecraft Roblox crossover server? Why they gotta be like that? What do they have to argue about? My goodness, kids are crazy. That's honestly insane. I'd rather not say, understandably so. Honestly, I'd take that to the grave with me, but that's just me. Yeah, that's insane. That's actually crazy. Minecraft can be unhinged. Don't underestimate. I guess so. I've never had like a big group server. That's another thing I didn't experience because I didn't have like Xbox Live or whatever the fuck. I didn't like have a big friend group server or whatever kids did back in the day. Aries did. I'm envious. I play Doom Eternal. What's going on, Red Runner? Hello. That's our next game. That's our next one. I've played both before, but I have not played Dark Ages yet. Have you played the DLC, Red Runner?
Security network offline.
Welcome, welcome. I'm gonna use the big fucking gun.
My vital operating systems are now vulnerable. I recommend destroying my coolant system first. This will accelerate the destabilization process.
Big freaking gun. Oh my god, that guy just saw me and exploded. Did you see that? People have made the worst things in the server. Things, the things people said to me, like, holy smoke, someone sent me a death threat. Jesus fuck. Nothing is that serious in the Minecraft Roblox crossover server that you need to be sending someone death threats. I'm sorry that happened to you, genuinely. I know it's like kind of funny that that happened in a way, but it's also not funny because that's really hurtful, and I'm sorry that happened. And you're not going to get anything like that here. We're really respectful here of everyone. I do occasionally make fun of the British, though. Least respectful group, targeted group in this live stream is the British. You are not a protected class, British people. You are. This is not a safe space for being British. Her accent's a respectful. What is that word? I don't know that word. Genuinely, I don't. I'm not trying to be annoying. Okay, that was like a trick shot. Pistachio. I was gonna say that! I did say that! Neo, I think they're putting us down. Neo, I think they're putting us down. I think we spend too much time together. I think they're putting us down. Oh no. Homage. Pistache. Prestige. I'm sorry, I don't speak Spanish. Sorry, that's a that's an Anchorman joke. That's like more boomer than quoting The Office. Imitate the style of an artist's work. Oh, I'm definitely doing that. Yeah. I even thought the lever was in here, but I didn't know where it was.
Access granted.
Bro didn't have a chance. Ah! Stupid. Where is it? Where is it?
Should you find yourself
Why even fight against the Doomslayer? Yeah, it's kind of a losing battle.
a tier 3 fellow wouldn't panic, and neither should you.
A tier 3 fellow wouldn't panic, and neither should you. Yeah, good old corporate peer pressure. Ew, these guys are optional. Why are they even... My only mortal weakness is pinkies. Hate those guys. Hate those dudes.
Should you find yourself on a level 3 demon contamination event, it is important that you
Are we done?
and neither should you. Unlike everything else in your life, your work here matters.
You know, they don't have to be so mean about it. My life is super, it super matters, okay?
Cacao demon, my beloved, has been slaughtered. Yeah, R.I.P. the Caca demon. Bro, I don't know where the room is. Do I have to look up everything? I hate looking shit up. It makes me feel like such a loser. Corporate peer pressure be like, we're sad to see you go. No! No, don't say the M word. Stop it. Stop it.
Fine, I'll look it up!
Oh, great. And it's one of those bloated ass websites. Probably what got my fucking frames dropping earlier. Gamepressure.com, you bitch. Doom's the only game where the player has the boss music. So true. Multiple of my stream titles have been like, I'm the final boss now. And there have been multiple times where I literally felt like the final boss. Vegas core lever. Send tweet. The Wi-Fi isn't working because of that stinky website. I literally closed all my tabs and now it's working. That's crazy. They say Vegas core.
Hello, Void! Looky here, it's my favourite British friend, Void. Oh my god, Noah's got a joke for me. I'm waiting, I'm listening, I'm learning. Listening and learning.
Oh, it's in the hatch?
No!
Oh my god, I got so scared.
Okay, it's in the hatch, mate. It's in here. It's in here somewhere, apparently. Oh, there it is.
I walk into a bar. Ouch. Hey, I've made that joke before. And it took everyone a really long time to know that I was making that joke at all. That's a good one.
Hello, hello. Jolly good then. Are we done here? All right, we can continue the game. I'm a completionist, you see. A guy walks into a bar. He said, ouch. Jolly good show. Righto. This might be the last level, you guys. Hello there. Welcome back.
British as ever, Bun-Bun.
My husband is here. My husband is here. Should I wait then to start the last level? We can watch the game literacy video. Yeah, maybe I should just close the game so it doesn't crash my PC again.
Oh, that's smart. Just visit that website.
What?
The website that was crashing your game a second ago.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, I've had lots of those today.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, word. That's cool.
Yeah.
Cool and fun.
Doom is so bad that I have to use Task Manager to close it.
Woo!
Yes, sir.
What a poorly behaved task.
Mm-hmm. Like from Deltarune. Yeah, I had to restart stream like 3 times.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yes, but guess what? I'm certain they throttle our internet sometimes because the VPN fixed the problem.
Ooh,
but I
we gotta
didn't
work around.
but I didn't catch it on speed test, so I can't prove it.
Hey, but that's cool.
Yeah, so once that started shitting out, because as we know, it's not a great solution anyway, because it should be decreasing your bandwidth, not increasing it.
Right.
I just switched back over, and it had been like an hour or 2, and it wasn't so
Dang,
bad.
that's clever though. Nice work.
Thank
You were
you.
ready for him.
Thanks, Aries.
BRB.
Okay. I'm putting on your shows, kids. And I know a lot of you said you've seen this already, but it's important for my my thesis. My thesis statement. Let me put this in both chats real quick. This is the video we're watching. Here, I can put it on this way so that you can tell that, what's it called? You can tell who made the video. I'm taking a quick food break if you're new here. Once I'm done eating, we will wrap up Doom. So, sit back, relax. We're gonna take a quick ED break, but we're still gonna hang out. BT Dubs, I'm probably gonna finish 2016 today if you wanted to work on.
Oh, word. I will absolutely start the next one.
Yeah. Just so you know. All right. You're gonna subscribe? I wanna see. Do it. I'll be able to see it. Do it, Noah, do it. Thanks in advance for the sub in case it takes a minute to update. It may or may not actually give an alert. I saw it! Yay! Thank you for the sub! That one's not a bug for all the people that are like, oh god, our alerts are broken again! People with their subs private, it doesn't show up. It doesn't show up on me notifications. We are watching What Games Are Like for Someone Who Doesn't Play Games by Rasputin. And it's because I'm about to eat, and it's because I was talking about growing up not as a boy and game literacy. Let's watch.
Last year, the lady I live with, also known as my wife, asked if she could try out one of the games I've been playing. She described it as the one with the cute little ghost guy, and after scrolling through my entire library, I realized she was talking about Hollow Knight. Given the fact that her experience with video games at that point consisted of the occasional race in Mario Kart and a smattering of Crash Bandicoot levels from when she was a kid, I knew with fair confidence that her playing Hollow Knight would go terribly. So obviously I booted it up and set her into the world of Hallow Nest. As she played, every moment, regardless of how seemingly insignificant, had a strange sort of intensity to it. For example, in the tutorial there are a set of platforms that the player needs to jump across. The only penalty for falling is a little bit of time, and on my first playthrough I breezed past it and immediately forgot about it. For her,
Right.
it was intense beyond belief. She wasn't sure what the penalty for falling would be, and she didn't have a full grasp on how to adjust her jump height and distance. Each successful jump felt like a triumph, and after landing, she'd look out at the next platform, searching for the nerve to
She's
jump
playing
again.
friggin'
Watching her
Jump
work through
King.
this early section and seeing the different ways that she viewed the game got me thinking a lot about the language of video games, and just how much a person's level of video game literacy affects their experience with any given title. I can't really think of a time in my life where I wasn't interested in games, and because of that, there are certain aspects about them that are almost instinctual to me now. And that's because a lot of games use the same ideas and vocabulary in order to get information across to players as quickly as possible. It's why the color red is almost always associated with health, why the A button or its equivalent is typically the command to jump, and why platformers more often than not have players moving from left to right. At this point, I've played enough games where after 5 minutes of trying a new one, I almost always know what to expect, no matter the kind of game. But that inherent understanding of how games work and what to expect from them doesn't exist for the lady I live with because she hasn't spent the time learning those things. And this made me wonder, how do people learn the basics of video games? So I decided to run an informal experiment where I'd have her play a handful of titles and see how she approached figuring each one of them out in the hopes of getting a better understanding of how people learn the language of video games. In an effort to not influence how she approached any given title, I didn't give her any advice or instructions. I just watched, silently judging. I had her play through the early sections of 9 games: Super Mario Bros., Shovel Knight, Celeste, Portal, Doom, Skyrim, The Last of Us, Uncharted 2, and so that I could really test the strength of our marriage, Dark Souls. I picked these titles because A, I felt there would be a solid sampling of 3 major types of games, those being 2D platformers, 3D platformers, and first-person shooters/adventures, while also offering a diverse spread of genres and gameplay mechanics, and B, I like them. So
Making her play
this
Celeste is
how it
crazy. Later, Noah, if you want to drop in a little later, like
Just kidding,
probably like
Marcel.
30 minutes, I'll be done eating.
With each game, I noticed that there were a vast amount of seemingly basic functions and mechanics that
Thanks
she
for
either
making
didn't fully
conversation.
grasp or know existed. This first came up with Mario 1-1. She figured out the jump easily enough, but never realized she had the ability to dash, making her time with the level painfully hard to watch. There are no in-game instructions on how to dash or do anything else really, so players will only learn about it if they read the instruction manual, figure it out through experimentation, or have another person tell them how it works. As she didn't even know it was something she could do, she never figured it out. For me, it has become second nature to try to sprint in games, whether or not I know it's an
Fire
option.
Emblem!
I just assume it will be and guess the command will probably be the
Overcooked!
B button or its equivalent. But I only
Oh my god, I
make
want to
that
play Fire
assumption
Emblem
because
on
of
stream. I
years
think
of
that would
being
be really
conditioned to make
fun.
it. Figuring out the controls for all of the games,
But I don't think
whether
anyone
they were
gives a fuck about
explicitly
Fire Emblem.
explained or implicitly taught through level design, was a challenge for her. Part of this stems from her not being all that comfortable with a controller. Anytime a game asked for her to press a certain button, she'd look down at the controller and search for it. One of the
Aw.
most memorable instances of this came up while playing The Last of Us. Early on, there's a prompt on the screen to press L3, which she couldn't find on the controller as there is no button labeled L3. She noticed it was shaped like a circle, so she guessed it might be one of the joysticks. However, she didn't know that it meant to press down on it, so she just sort of moved back and forth until eventually figuring it out. I've certainly played games that do a better job of illustrating how L3 and R3 work, but it is kind of weird that there's pretty much a hidden button on all controllers that new players will have no reason to know exists. Figuring out a game's controls sounds easy, but she essentially not only had to memorize which buttons did what, but also which buttons were where, adding another layer of things to keep track of and making the process a little bit more overwhelming. She typically fared better with games that didn't give too much information to remember. With Dark Souls, after reading 15 or so messages explaining the controls, she
We're
said
having
she
a
felt
quick
like she was
food
getting
break.
too much information too quickly. A lot of the things she learned, most notably the lock-on feature, she forgot about by the time they would actually be useful. On the other side of things, with Shovel Knight, she struggled to get through a few of the early sections because she didn't understand the full scope of her abilities or how to use them, but once she did start to figure things out through experimentation, she ended up remembering the core mechanics better because she witnessed firsthand how useful they could be. So for her at least, giving a memorable use of a mechanic made it stick in her mind a lot clearer. Most of the games I had her play were with a controller, but I did want her to have some experience with mouse and keyboard, so I had her try a few games with a first-person perspective. I thought Portal would be the best place to start as it doesn't call for quick reflexes and it gives players time to figure things out. Using the keyboard actually proved to be easier for her than the controller as she uses a keyboard every day and knows where everything is. However, if you've been paying attention to the footage, you've probably noticed that she isn't looking around at all. And that's because she didn't
Oh my
realize
God.
she was supposed to use the mouse.
Hold on. Dude. It took me forever to figure out how to move two joysticks at the same time. I know that's so stupid. But dude, figuring out how to move my camera while I walk was so fucking difficult for me. I still don't know how to use mouse and keyboard. I mean, that's not true. I play Lethal Company every week, and that's my mouse and keyboard practice. And I similarly am like looking down. I'm like, where's E? I've forgotten where all the buttons are. But it's crazy. I remember being like that where I was like moving like one stick and like would move the other stick when I thought to do it. So it was almost like walking and chewing gum. So I would be like moving forward and then I would like flick the stick to like turn my head really hard because I didn't get it.
Around at all. And that's because she didn't realize she was supposed to use the mouse. In fairness, the instructions at the start explain how to move and how to pick things up, but they do assume that players will just know to use the mouse to look around. Given that she doesn't spend her free time watching me play games on my computer, why would she? I know that a lot of these little issues she ran into in regards to controls and mechanics all seem easy to overcome, and in a lot of ways they are, but they do still act as small barriers to entry for new players.
Yes.
Even when
Okay,
games
sorry to
have
pause
detailed-
again, but that's my point, okay? My point isn't that girls aren't smart enough to like figure out that you have to move your mouse with a mouse and keyboard game, or that girls aren't smart enough to figure out that like you need to use buttons that they don't explicitly tell you what button it is, or like the core mechanics of a game that's like more intuitive. It's that they're barriers to entry into getting into gaming at all. What he's saying right here is exactly what I'm talking about. It makes it hard to get into it because you just get so discouraged and you're like, I don't fucking get it. I don't get it. I don't get it and I don't fucking care. I feel stupid when I play and I don't care.
But they
I don't wanna do
still
it.
act as small barriers to entry for new players. Even when games have detailed explanations for things, it can sometimes be information overload, and it isn't uncommon for people to skip over explanations accidentally or on purpose because they don't feel like reading a bunch of stuff when they just want to beat the shit out of something. A lot of titles seem to assume that players will have at least some familiarity with controls, so some of the more simple explanations are kind of just left out. And I think the way most people end up learning these basic things that they won't figure out without searching on their own own is through other people. For example, back to Mario. I don't remember how I learned to sprint in the game, but as I know I would not have read the instruction manual, there's a pretty decent chance that my brother told me how to do it, and I wouldn't be surprised if one of his friends had told him, and so on and so on. Also, the only reason I understand half the things I do in Dark Souls is because I've scoured wikis and message boards on how
Right,
to
that's
get
another
good.
thing is
Video-
like earlier, Thoughty is a girl, right? And Thoughts Go Burr, one of my chatters, and she asked me how to like beat her brother in Pokemon, but then like she didn't really know anything about like some of the really basic stuff like natures and stuff. And the thing is first of all, like he said, I had someone explain it to me, so that's a big one. But also rely heavily on websites and wikis in order to like know what I'm doing. So like if I didn't have like Bulbapedia, for example, I wouldn't know what I'm breeding for, like what moves I'm breeding for. If I didn't have a Smogon, I wouldn't know like what the competitive meta was at the time. You know what I mean? Like if I didn't have Cerebi, then I wouldn't know like what like, oh, this is a specific event Pokemon that only has like this move in this event. Like, or like this is the only time that this Pokemon's been a shiny and it was released in this tournament. Like it's just like you have to know that stuff. You have to know to even look for it. Like, I don't think most people that play games realize how much like game wikis are like an important crutch, like to playing games. Cerebi, my beloved. Yeah, literally. Literally. Smogon, Cerebi, Bulbapedia is like the holy trinity of like playing Pokemon and having fun with it. Straight up. That's my point though. Like, you think like everyone just knows that shit? Someone probably told them or they found it on like a forum, you know? So like someone that's like, I want to play Pokemon because I like Pikachu. Like they're not going to know. And then like their stupid ass brother, I'm not talking about Thoughty's brother, but like in general, like their stupid ass brother comes in and is like, I'm gonna fucking kill you with my Mega Gengar that I raised from an egg. It has the perfect EVs and IVs, and I know my type effectiveness off the dome. And it's like, I don't want to play anymore. My quick attack didn't even do anything. It's not fair. It's not fair. And like Neo says, like, some people just want to have fun. I agree. And you know what? For the longest time, that's how I played Pokemon. Because, like, before I knew Aries, like, me and my childhood best friend, like, we played Pokemon together and stuff. Even back then, like, this is a good example. Like, he got Pearl, right? And I wanted the one that he had, so I also got Pearl. And if you know anything about Pokemon, you know that's stupid. If you don't care about the legendary, you get the one opposite of your friend so that you can trade and you can battle and you can see the differences. But I just didn't know. I didn't know. So I just wanted the one he had. And my parents don't know. They're like, okay, you want the pink one. You want the pink one for your pink DS, you pink girl. Pinky pink, 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 pink. Pink, pink. It's just like, you know, it's just the little things makes it hard. And it's like why people like Aries, who was the opposite of my childhood friend who didn't let me play, you know what he did? When his little sister was too small to hold a controller, he would pretend to plug it in and like let her play with him, and it would be unplugged. And then she got to play too, and they got to play together. And then when she got to be a little older, so she could like control the game, she would have her like do things where like you're like the player 2 that's like collecting things, or like you fight against them, but you make them like fight with a easy NPC or something like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like Aries, on the other hand, wanted more people to play with. It was the opposite of my childhood best friend. Like, he wanted people to play with because he wanted, like, friends that would play video games with him, you know? And he was like, little sister, you can do this. So, I don't know. I just think, like, it's really a bummer sometimes to think about all the people that, like, didn't get into video games and now they're, like, too overwhelmed to start. You know? All right, I'm going to put the video on. Sorry for yapping. I told you this was the prereq material.
The reason I understand half the things I do in Dark Souls is because I've scoured wikis and message boards on how to get good. Video games are best when they are a communal experience, and a big part of that stems from the sharing of knowledge. Obviously, someone being a backseat gamer can get annoying if they explain how to do everything, but getting assistance when it's needed most can make a game far more enjoyable. It bridges the gap between a game's
Oh my God, it's Reggie.
know and what they actually do know. Most of the frustration
I miss
that the lady I
Reggie.
lived with had while playing boiled down to not being able to figure things out that she didn't know existed, which is something that would have been solved had I not just been a silent observer. Given that I was, though, she found herself continuing to have problems, and one of those is summed up best by her most frequently asked question:
Where the fuck am I going?
when it came to the 2D
Yeah.
platformers, navigating wasn't especially difficult for her. Because the options were limited, it was pretty easy for her to figure out that she needed to go right and sometimes up. Celeste and Shovel Knight do have a few optional rooms players can go in, but for the most part, whenever she entered one, she could tell it wasn't the path she wanted to take. Although Shovel Knight does have a side room in the tutorial that heads to the right and seems like the main path despite not being it, and there was a fair amount of disappointment as she realized she did all that work for nothing.
Are you fucking kidding me?
However, for all the 3D games, navigating proved far more difficult. She spent a lot of time wrestling with the camera in third-person games, and she wasn't all that great at moving and looking around at the same time.
This was
in
me
first-person ones.
when I
Due to her
started
not rotating
playing
the
games.
camera around a ton, she didn't always get a great sense of her surroundings, so she struggled with figuring out where she was and where she was going. Like in Skyrim, she missed the jump from the tower to the house during the tutorial, and it took a while for her to realize that she had fallen back to the spot where she started. Also, because she wasn't good at focusing her camera, she didn't realize she was supposed to be following Hadvar, so she was sort of just strolling along, trying to get out of the city in her own way. Once she did follow him and got into a building, she was more interested in picking up everything she saw instead of moving forward.
I would do this
which
too.
actually is fair in how most people play Skyrim. Either
Yeah.
way, she wasn't fully sure where to go. Interestingly, after we finished all the games, I brought up the footage of Skyrim and showed her the compass at the top of the screen, and she said that she hadn't noticed it while playing, as she was mostly just focused on what was directly in front of her. The same thing happened with Doom's compass and even the health bars of enemies and bosses. in Dark
Compasses are
Souls.
subtle
She
if you don't
typically
play
noticed
games.
waypoints on the screen when they showed up, but she didn't know what they were for, so she often ignored them. Players are hit with a lot of information when they play games, and for ones who aren't all that comfortable with the basics, a lot of that information's pushed to the side, acting as another barrier for entry. Another thing that confused her was when progression in a level wasn't entirely linear. Like with Dark Souls, she got confused when the level looped back around on itself, and she made the assumption that she had messed up and gone the wrong way. Most of the games she had played before Dark Souls had typical progression, so finding herself back near where she started felt odd. Even the 3D games that seemed like they might be more straightforward had a few things that ended up being confusing for her. For example, in Uncharted 2, what a player can climb is indicated by being colored yellow, but that wasn't obvious to her, so she constantly tried to climb things that just looked like they could be climbed. And then she questioned why she had to take the longer, more roundabout path when there were perfectly good handholds right above her. A similar issue with signaling happened with The Last of Us as well. There's a part where the player has to run through a city to escape, and a gas station explodes, causing street lamps and other things to block the road ahead. My wife noticed a little gap on the sidewalk that was untouched by fire, so she kept trying to run through that to get out. But every time she did, the infected came and killed her. This made her think that the issue wasn't with it being the wrong way to go, but rather with her not being
That it was
fast
a skill
enough. So
issue.
she kept trying that same path over and over before finally finding the right way. With game design, there's often a battle between having a level look realistic and making it easy to navigate. In this
That shit would drive me
Naughty Dog tried
crazy.
to make the city feel more natural by not having every path be physically blocked off. And while more experienced players will most likely see the explosion and assume they should go a different way, the game falls short on helping players who don't understand what they're supposed to do. By having the signal be the explosion, but the consequence being an attack by the infected, she learned the wrong lesson. And this sort of thing ended up happening to her a fair amount throughout the process, even with things that had nothing to do with navigation. Sometimes she just interpreted the information the game was giving her in the wrong way, and she found herself The idea that some games teach players how to play simply through gameplay and level design is a pretty common talking point in the video game community. I'm a firm believer that a lot of games do this, and watching her play reaffirmed that thought. For example, in Doom, her initial instinct was to stay as far away from enemies as possible, because she didn't feel all that comfortable with the controls of a first-person shooter. However, once she came across enemies who threw fireballs at her from a distance that did way more damage than anything she could do from that same range, she started to realize that her best bet was to get close to enemies and either beat the crap out of them or use the shotgun. Ultimately, Doom is meant to be played this way. The glory kill system and the handful of weapons that are powerful at close range are included to push a fast-paced, action-packed fighting style. And having one of the first rooms be extremely difficult to beat without playing this way sets the expectation for the rest of the game. It took her a fair bit of banging her head against the wall to get past this room. But once she did, she was better at the core mechanics of the game than when she started. With that said, what I found even more interesting than when she learned the right lessons of how to play a game through gameplay was when she learned the wrong ones. The first instance of this that I noticed happened while playing Mario 1-1. At the beginning of the level, there's a question mark box with a mushroom in it. She had some familiarity with the Mario franchise, so she knew that mushrooms were good to get. However, after hitting the box, she jumped into a different block, causing the mushroom to change directions and go off the left side of the screen, out of reach. She didn't register that she had caused the mushroom to change directions, leading her to the assumption that mushrooms would always end up going to the left. When she got to another block that she suspected held the mushroom, she hit it and immediately moved to the left to grab it before it went off screen, and, well... This was a far less
Is this not the 1-1 experience, though, back in the day?
Celeste and Shovel Knight. The tutorial of Celeste is a pretty simple stage that
It's
ends with
always
the
like
player
hitting the
learning
wrong
how to
block.
dash, which is arguably the most important and useful mechanic in the game. The lady I live with interpreted the prompt to mean that the only way to dash was by doing it at an upward angle, pretty much crippling her ability to do screens effectively until after 15 minutes or so when she accidentally dashed horizontally and realized her moveset was wider than she had thought. With Shovel Knight, early on she died from hitting this bubble. A bag of gold popped out and hovered near it. On her next time through, she jumped on the bubble and the bag at the same time and assumed that both things had damaged her, causing her to think that the bags of gold were an enemy of some sort. So when she came across them after that, she would either try to attack them or actively avoid them. As she wasn't paying terribly close attention to the HUD, she never realized what they actually did. I'm not saying that these things are the faults of the game developers, but it is interesting how easily information on screen can be misunderstood. These sort of things can happen to players of all skill levels, but given her lack of experience, she didn't have much else to go on to challenge the lessons she thought she had learned. I found the disconnect between how she thought games worked and how they actually worked to be pretty intriguing. And as I focused more on those differences, I started...
That explanation actually just, like, made me realize one of the games that had really good, like, thorough instructions that I played when I was a kid was Yoshi's Island DS, which is, like, I don't know, like a remake of sorts for Yoshi's Island onto the DS Lite or regular DS or whatever. And there's a bunch of like instructions that like you have to scroll and scroll and scroll through. Like it like goes into everything. Mario games in general, I think, are pretty good about explaining stuff nowadays. I feel like that's the way to go.
I think there might be an expectation that that is your first game, so they don't build in like they don't bake in like gamer literacy and like exclude that in their instructions.
I agree. I think like that was one of the first games I played like ever, and that it did teach me a lot about game literacy and stuff like that, you know. I feel like it probably taught me the most about platformers next to Kirby. Kirby taught me a shit ton about platforming, to be honest. Because I think the abilities are really versatile, and when you have different abilities that do different things, it like shows the perks of everything and why you would want them and things like that.
Notice a sort of trend with every title she played, that being
thinking games would be cooler. I remember thinking this was so
When
funny.
most people talk about what any video game is like, there's often a greater focus on the general actions players can do rather than the limitations that make it possible for the game to function. For example, Mass Effect could be described as a role-playing game where, among other things, players get the opportunity to talk to and form relationships with various characters across the universe. People who play a lot of games will most likely go in understanding that this actually means players will be able to form relationships with a predetermined cast of characters by choosing responses from a set of limited dialogue options. As it turns out, this formula makes for a really great series, but there is a gap
The
between
poor
what a game
BioWare
sounds
models
like and what
just
it
did
actually
not
looks
age,
And I
like-
think for people who don't
I
end up playing a lot
remember
of
when you played Mass Effect or Bioshock or whatever the fuck it was when we were really young. I like could not get over how fucking uggo the games were, and I was just constantly laughing at their ugly ass models. And you were like, "Come on, like lock in." And I was like, "Bro, why do they look like that? They look
This is how
crazy."
they look, okay? There's this horrible sweet spot in like the early 2000 teens where things weren't realistic enough but started to shed that stylization that helped them. So I feel like between like 08 and like 2013, not all games between there, but that's like the sweet spot for them to come out. There's just a bunch of games that did not age gracefully.
True. It's just so funny to me.
games, but have to suffer through listening to their friends or partners talk about them. They get a warped perception about what players can do in a title because they don't understand or know the systems that games use in order to give these grand sounding experiences. Where I know to apply a sort of video game logic to any title I play, the lady I live with was always trying to apply real world logic. Like in the Doom tutorial, there's a gore nest that the player needs to destroy. A waypoint marker shows up on it, which when I first played, I knew meant I needed to go up to it and most likely hit a button prompt. When my wife played, she didn't know what the marker meant, so her initial instinct wasn't to walk right up to it. Instead, she noticed while messing around that the red barrels exploded, so she had the idea to try to push one of the barrels towards the nest to blow it up.
Pretty
And
clever.
This is objectively more interesting than just pressing a button to destroy it, but of course it didn't work. Throughout the various games, a pretty common question she asked was, why can't I do it this way? And my response was, because. The deeper answer is that limitations exist
Why
in games
not?
because there are only so many potential inputs a title can have, meaning there
kinda
are a
cooked.
finite number of ways a player can interact with things. If developers tried to program in every possible way a player might think about interacting with something, games would just never come out. I'm used to these limitations. I actually appreciate them in a lot of instances. However, for her, she got frustrated when the ideas she came up with didn't work. Like while scaling the train in Uncharted 2, she reached a point where she wanted to swing from a pipe and through
Not
a
what
window.
get that
So
bag
when she
means.
realized she had to take the predetermined path that didn't take
Wait,
much more than
what?
pressing left,
That's not
she felt
what get that
disappointed
bag
because,
means.
yeah,
You don't
her
Oh.
idea- In Skyrim, as Alduin began attacking the city, she found a spot in a house and figured she'd just wait it out until he left. But due to the scripted nature of this part of the game, that plan didn't work, forcing her to follow the path the game wanted her to follow. In turn, this took away all the tension of this section because she knew she could take as long as she wanted and nothing bad would happen. Hiding in a house isn't that fun of a way to play a game, but her not being able to made it feel like she lost some agency. Her expectations for what she thought she could do in each game were always
May
different
I
than the
pause and
reality,
yap for
and I
a second?
Please.
I think what makes that section especially cruel, and this is something BUN-BUN and I talk about all the time, and we've kind of, not that we personally coined the term, but we call that section of game, no matter what the game is.
Oh, the E3 trailer?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna talk about that earlier, actually.
Yeah, that games always have a tendency to have the 20 minutes in the first level that is always highly scripted and always looks great on the E3 stage.
Yep.
The E3 tutorial. It's always super on rails, always has gameplay mechanics that are either super limited because it's a glorified cutscene or gameplay mechanics that you'll never ever see again for the rest of the game. And it's this fake
man.
experience because the whole idea is that it's supposed to hook gamers who don't really know a lot about how games are structured and like
Or even gamers that think the whole game is gonna be like
Yeah.
that.
Some people
That scene with The Last of Us with the fire, I think encapsulates it the
Yeah.
best. Like, it's like nothing else like that happens the rest of the game. Like,
Yeah, it bait and switch is actually it is a bait and switch because I
is.
think it's dishonest marketing. I remember I think a lot of it too, it's kind of to target people who aren't up with like industry trends and know where gaming's at and thinks that like yeah, games are just always getting better and you can always just do so much more because games are really the same a lot of the time. Like they get better, but they're not like getting to this level kind of like where the lady he lives with
as it were,
his wife is at, where it's like in games you'll just be able to do anything. And games just over and over get away with like trying to sell that they're selling this amazing
like
this amazing cinematic
experience.
game where like you can do anything, when in reality it's like you can progress down a hallway and press the interact button. Like it's like no, you aren't like breaking through windows to go secret routes. It's like there might be an alternative route, but like there you can't. Yeah, E3 lies.
Not the confetti.
And I think that honestly, E3 going away is probably going to, in the long run, be better for the industry, because I think there was a lot of pressure for Ubisoft to get up on stage and lie to their user base every single year.
True.
And I think that the more these kind of like big showcases go away, the less grandiose you have to make your trailers. But I think that's optimism, in that the E3 level will never go away, even if E3 has. But yeah, that section of Skyrim is as you all might know, is pretty boring.
Shots fired.
Yeah.
I've never played Skyrim. But no, sorry, I'm having some feedback issues. I don't know if it's like sorry, I don't know if it's like the man speaking suddenly, my mic wigging out from it. Okay, it's a little better now, but that was hurting my ears like crazy while he was talking. It's like going to a concert and they open with the fan favorite.
It's like they open with the fan favorite, like to track though. Like it's like
they open with the fan favorite and then they play all the stuff from their upcoming album.
Yeah, it's like, what? No, I thought it was gonna be this, and it's like, yeah, well, you wouldn't have came if we said we're not playing any of our old songs. So.
Right. No, I remember because earlier we talked about Telltale games and how I fucking loved it when I didn't have any game literacy at all. And it's actually because it felt like the whole game was the E3 cutscene. Like, as someone who didn't understand how to play a game that wasn't a QuickTime event really at the time, it actually was super like satisfying, because I knew exactly what I could and couldn't do, and I never like was under the assumption that I would be able to do something that I couldn't do. Like I always knew it would give me a button prompt if there was something I had to do, and that I wouldn't have to worry about it. And even if I got lost, there was only so much I could do in like a square area before it made me go. That makes a lot of sense,
actually, because the game actually filters what does and doesn't matter by having that interact comment. Like, for like The Walking Dead, Lee will comment on everything that they programmed in the area, and there's a prompt saying, hey, you can interact with this. Thus, you can kind of write off a lot of things that, like, and if I were in a zombie apocalypse, I would use this. Well, it's like, well, Lee didn't have to say, pointy about it, so no, you wouldn't use that.
Pointy. That's a favorite in this household is pointy about the like random pitchfork in the barn, and then like there's two others. There's Clem licking the salt lick, and then there's it's people, which I can't elaborate on it's people because of spoilers if you haven't played the game, but it's people.
Wii was very guilty. Yes, the Wii also was fascinating because there was some games that actually, since the tech was so interesting on the console,
that it broke every rule.
They had some genuinely charming gameplay mechanics that were so freaking fun, but then also to adapt to some like multi-platform titles, it's like, let's just make it a cutscene. Let's make so many cutscenes, and that'll get through the parts that we can't use, like Wiimote, like motion controller to like make gameplay for.
Oh man, I'm getting like so nostalgic for when you kind of like got me into like playing video games like on the Xbox, and then like maybe like 2-3 years later,
your family got a PS4
Yeah.
for the household.
Hmm.
And I was at your house at that point more than I was at my mom's house. So, you know the Wii is the yoga board? Is that what that says? Oh, you know that it has a yoga board? Wii motion controls worked better at launch. Oh man, me too. I remember I mentioned earlier that I got a Wii way at the end of its development cycle because I wanted to play Skyward Sword. I had to get Wii Motion Plus, which for people that already had a Wii, which is most people, you had to get that nasty like chonk like put
the
on
extendo.
yeah on the end of your Wiimote. But since I didn't have one, I just bought some at the swap meet. At the local swap meet, and that was fire. I got one of the like blue Wiimotes, and I was like, this game's gonna be awesome. And then I tried to play Skyward Sword and it was butt because it's not good. And I was like, this sucks. And then I just added some of the songs from the soundtrack to my playlist and I never played the Wii again.
No. My mom waited outside of Walmart with me for the Wii midnight release. That is so cool. What a cool memory, honestly.
That's sick. Your mom's goated for that.
Yeah, no.
You weren't just like the family household Wii. Your mom knew that that Wii was like getting into that home because you wanted it. That's like specific
Yeah.
and special.
No, I'm mad jelly of that. That's awesome.
Didn't you have a similar like story with your mom getting a midnight release of something for you?
No, actually.
Oh, okay. I thought she did for some reason.
No midnight releases for me.
Wii was the Atari of this generation. I'd agree with that. Let's finish up the video real quick.
Oh,
There's
we're
only
so close.
3 minutes
I think
left.
as she realized that games were more simple than she had first game able to, made it feel like she lost some agency. Her expectations for what she thought she could do in each game were always different than the reality, and I think as she realized that games were more simple than she had first assumed, some of the intrigue about them faded.
I still can't get over that he made her play Celeste.
For the lady I live with, the thing she hated more than anything else about this experiment was having to replay sections of a level over and over again after dying. Had I not told her to keep trying on a handful of the games, she would have stopped far sooner because it was understandably frustrating. With that said, when she did stick with games that frustrated her and ended up beating the parts that she struggled with, she found it exhilarating. I think this trade-off of dealing with frustration so that the excitement of beating something is all that much sweeter is one that people who play a lot of games not only understand but look for. However, trying to pitch that she should spend her free time doing something that actively frustrates her so that the few moments where she succeeds feel glorious is a bit of a tough look. This little test has me questioning how I became interested in video games in the first place. I don't remember how they became such a big part of my life. I don't know how I got to the point where I could look at a compass at the top of a screen and know what to expect from every marker without looking them up. I don't know how I first learned about stamina bars and the various ways to make sure I don't run out of energy. I don't know how I became, I guess, fluent in the language of video games. I'm just glad that I learned the basics when I was young enough to not care about spending hours on one level. For a better understanding of how inexperienced players approach video games, I need to run a much wider and more complex study that tests in a more robust way than just sitting down to watch my wife play video games a few times. But I did find it interesting to compare how wildly different my approach to games is to hers. And while I definitely don't have enough definitive information to make any sort of legitimate conclusion about how inexperienced players approach games, I do want to say this. In a similar way to how it is harder to learn a language as an adult, it's harder to get into video games after a lifetime of not playing them. And from what I've seen, that seems to have less to do with interest and more to do with struggling to get over the barriers that exist for new players. Like, if you don't know how to read, why would you pick up a book? What I'm getting at is if someone you know who doesn't play games expresses interest in trying one, don't force them to be in an experiment where you give no guidance and mostly just watch them struggle with something that they never learned how to do. Teach them how to read it instead. So you want to pick that up, and now you have a very not annoying at all item. That if you hit, that's it.
Fucking get it.
You can use that to like wake things up and to break stuff.
Ooh. Put that in the video.
Cute. This is how we were.
Don't put that in the video.
No, it's so cute. Okay, thank you for watching that video. I literally have been wanting to show you that video for weeks. Maybe even a month now. Where's my fucking... Okay. It's important context, okay? It's context for what I talk about a lot. And earlier, and I don't think Neo was just being nice. Earlier Neo was like, I like wouldn't assume by looking at you that you had trouble like playing games at all. And it's like, dude, it's been like a decade. It's been like a decade of learning as like someone with a more developed brain. Like Aries literally picked up a controller before he could read. That's not like
Oh yeah,
that's
I
not
remember
exaggeration.
playing Mario and like learning how to read at the same time as like learning
That's
like
crazy.
literacy and game literacy came at the same time.
That's fucking nuts. You were basically like, I know it's a stretch, but you were basically like bilingual. Like you learned a skill at a young enough age, you know? I learned how to read from Pokemon too. Yeah, here's the thing is I also was playing Pokemon like pretty young. I think I was reading before I played Pokemon cuz my mom was kind of like, like playing video games when you're too young. So like it was probably closer to like 7. Like, you know, which I think is fair.
Yeah, no, I for sure started playing at like 4 or 5.
That's nuts.
And like even then I remember having a controller in my hand like younger than that, like for like my dad's like PlayStation. Like
That's crazy. That's so crazy. So if you ever have like, you know, a friend or a girlfriend or a partner or a younger sibling or a younger niece or nephew or cousin, and they're really interested in the game you're playing and they like watching, hand them the controller and teach them how to play. They probably want to, but they don't know how, and they're frustrated and don't get it. I spent a lot of time watching Aries play games before I was comfortable playing a game. Like honestly, I would say it wasn't until, excluding like Overwatch, because I feel like a shooter is not the same thing as like RPG or platformer literacy. It wasn't until like maybe 2-3 years ago that I started like playing these games on my own without needing you to help me like at all.
I think one of the biggest jumps, if you don't mind me talking
No.
about like the outsider experience,
Please.
is watching you grow a lot from Red Dead. Red Dead
Oh.
Redemption 1, I think
That wasn't
you-
even that long ago. That was like last year.
I know. I feel like you got so much polish to like you playing games though. It was kind of impressive to watch. Just because I think there's a lot that goes on, and like I think since you do have this as you all might know, she has a very completionist mindset thing to things. Watching you like 100% the game when I myself hadn't like was like really interesting because like I think you picked up all the different mechanics, all the different like weapons, like the
Listen, it
like,
did the double
basically-
jump on the first jump. Okay, don't judge me. Sorry, continue. You ever have that happen where it does the double jump
Yeah.
early? Sorry, I feel like this is embarrassing while we're talking about like girls being bad at games. To have me just jump into a hole right when the level loads up.
the Doom guy did it on purpose.
Yeah, why would he do that? That's crazy. Sorry, you were saying watching what's up, Basil? Watching me complete a game you yourself hadn't completed like fully like that.
Yeah, and like watching like you pick up all the different mechanics because like I don't know if you all have played Red Dead, but there is a lot of mini games and a lot of like alternative gameplay to it. And just watching you like kind of take all that on, but like track down all the side quests because you did have all that like literacy, but it was really interesting watching you like grow in that game.
Say more.
It's
Flatter
not that
me
I think
more.
you got all the literacy. I think it was watching you pick up like things specific to that game, and I don't think you had that much third-person shooter like
No. Fuck!
experience. You were more of like a
God damn it. I'm just really absorbed in the flattery, okay? Oh, I'm ashamed. I was playing better before you got here.
Sure.
The well.
A whale.
Side note, there's like little fire like embers over my outro where it says like Bun-Bun rises to the challenge, and I found out today that like vector overlay of it doing little embers is 3 gigabytes.
What?
I don't know why it's so big.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna fix it later.
If I heard correctly, I haven't played it, mind you, but that in Cyberpunk 2077, there's similarly a cutscene that's gigabytes.
No!
It's
Not
just
again!
like this like inefficiently like rendered cutscene.
I don't get it. It's silly. It's silliness. But anyway, Red Dead 1 was so challenging and so fun. I thought I was like not gonna be able to like Red Dead 2 because of just how much I fucking loved Red Dead 1. But then like they really got me hooked. They really sealed the deal for me. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm still not looking at my compass on the top of my screen. But yeah, and don't push someone to play when they're not ready, because I was so happy like watching. I genuinely was so happy watching him play games, and it was fun, and I could ask questions without like failing in a way. So like I was interested, but I didn't have to fail, and I was afraid of failing for sure. 25 BFG kills. Okay. Big redacted gun. God, the jokes in this game are so good, like objectively. I'm sorry. I'd say the humor is the best part about this game and not much else. It's also aesthetically very nice. Big gun. Wait, Baron? Those are Barons. Right?
Those knights.
Hell Knights? Oh, these are Barons. Yeah, those are Hell Knights. My bad. That's why I check. I thought he was dead. I thought he was flailing around.
Hey, now that I'm thinking about it, is there even a crouch button in Doom Eternal?
In Eternal?
Yeah.
I don't remember, to be honest with you. Oh my god. Oh my
Wow,
god!
they're just throwing them at you.
Ah! Pretty sure this is like the last level.
Oh, that's cool.
11 kills.
Okay.
Deep in hell. You don't know deep in hell. We're at hell's gates, literally, compared to what we're gonna play next. It's about to get fucking crazy for Eternal.
Oh, the plot goes so crazy next year.
I'm so excited. Also, food without YouTube. Food with YouTube has honestly made it easier to eat. Because I can eat and watch and not get distracted. So let's talk about completionism for a second. Why am I a completionist other than the fact that it's quite satisfying for me, and I think that's a pretty like common thing in games, right? I'm a completionist because it gives me rules. And I talked about this earlier, that I thought I didn't like open world games because I didn't like how not structured the games were. So like how it's like, oh, you could do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, you could do some of this, you could grab this. Gives a goal and more to do. Exactly. The goals are so helpful for someone that's like not super game literate. So I actually am kind of drawn to I'm drawn to sorry, I got distracted. Games with like lots of objectives and like completionism in games. If there's just too much to do, I won't complete the game. Like earlier Goomba's like, do you do that in all your games? I'm like, I don't even really do it in most of my games. Like I just try to do it because I really enjoy the completionism aspect because it feels very satisfying. And like I'm doing like the most to, first of all, like max out my character, and also like to play it the way that like developers would be proud in a way. I'm just not non-linear literate. That's actually me too. And you're she/her as well, Matcha, so that's like interesting. I wonder if that's like another thing from like growing up like as a girl or even just like I don't know, being socially a girl in general. Doesn't really matter. Wait, hold on.
Do you think they're like, no, the berserk was in the last room, what is he doing?
No, you can't do this to me! This isn't fair! Fuck you!
Come on, I know this triggers... Come on, I know this triggers a guy! Do I need to collect it? Yeah. I fucking remember this.
Oh, what a bunch of cowards.
Fuck you.
They still died.
I keep thinking from the video of why can't I do that? She's cooking! Why can't you do that? You know what that brings me back to is, do you remember, Aries, really early on, really early on of us, like, even being friends, you and I talked about, like, if we could develop a game, what would you be able to do?
Oh,
and
yeah.
we basically discussed, like, I basically described Metal Gear Solid 2, like, I realized while playing Metal Gear Solid 2, like, where you can, like, I described, like, having a mechanic where basically you could have different gestures, like winking or like tipping a hat or something like that, and like based on the situation, it would like change what would happen in response, right? And I was like, there should, and like all of that is like because I felt like games really were not like taking advantage of like game dev shit they could be doing, and like games were really getting boring. This was like in the 2010s, so honestly it was kind of like fizzling at the time, if you ask me. I think games are a lot more interesting now, and have a lot more story, but I don't know, I don't really feel that way now, but I feel like back in the day, like that kind of was the crux of like what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Is like I was like, why can't I do that?
Being able to meaningfully like interact with like the world.
Yeah, like, and how he said she kept saying that games weren't as fun as she thought like they would be. And like I get that. Like I don't get that anymore, like now that I play games, right? But I definitely know like what she's talking about for sure. Isn't there something over here or something?
Stairs?
Thought I remembered something being back here, but it might be a later thing. You know, me getting that berserk, I think I missed a bunch of shit. Maybe not. We'll just continue. Too many NPCs. I don't know. It's less to do with like things not being like meaningful or like things being boring. It was more like I thought games were different. It's like what they described in the video. It's like I didn't know that it was like mostly like gunplay or like weapon play and like beating bosses and like getting lore, like trickled lore from like NPCs and shit you find on the ground. Like I
Right,
thought that
that-
there was a little more like puzzle like mechanics
Right,
like
that it
in
was
these
a lot more
games,
like
investigative like.
a lot more like D&D in that
Yeah.
there was a lot more options and like there is kind of a yes
Oh.
and approach, but like in reality it's
Oh, I have something to say about that when you're done.
yeah, and I think that what's it called? The um the real answer to why can't I do that is and he says it, but it's because the developers would have had to develop you doing that, and that
Right.
like they would have to have every idea in order to and the time and budget to program it, and then have like falling like
Yeah, you'd have to have
consequences to you doing things certain
7
ways.
different ways to solve a puzzle, basically. I'm gonna play this, and then I'm gonna talk about D&D real quick. Oh, I thought that was gonna be audio. So I think there's a reason why everyone's like regardless of gender, and I don't mean man or woman, I mean man, women, non-binary, like trans men, trans women, like why like people really like D&D, and it's not like really gender segregated anymore. First of all, it's because I think nerd culture is like broken out of being for men only, but also I think it's because you truly can do whatever your mind thinks of if your DM is willing to like humor you. I guess humor you is the wrong word. Willing to play ball, I guess. Because D&D, I don't know if you guys have played D&D or like a tabletop game with like a DM, but like it's really just down to whether or not your game master, your dungeon master is like willing to collaborate with you based on your own ideas. Neo says he's never played.
Oh, it's really fun.
It's so fucking fun. If you have friends IRL that are interested, I think IRL is the best way to play, but there are a lot of people that play online nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a DM and I suck while I'm super new to DMing. Oh, it takes time. Do you have any advice for Goomba? It's been a while, just to give like Aries
I
and
did,
out,
like,
but
a little bit of DMing, and it was a lot of fun.
but you also did a lot of researching about it and had a lot of ideas, so I feel like you have like a little bit of knowledge.
Yeah, I think do your best to prepare and like
And know that no matter how much you prepare, your players are gonna do something you didn't expect them to do. Sorry, go on.
but yeah, you know, just remember everyone appreciates your time. You can't think of everything, but just like yeah, it has been a while, but I don't know, being able to like meaningfully like read your players' input and also like be constructive in that you also are one of the players, and to make sure that like don't just be a like input output like matrix and like my players can do whatever. You are like the guiding hand of the story, you know? Like
You're the game.
yeah.
I don't
And
think you're just the guiding hand of the story. You are the game. Like you are the engine, in my opinion. So like at the end of the day, you can make shit up if you have to. Like you can flavor it up. Like you can fudge dice rolls behind your fucking folder. Like
Actually,
I think you can. I think that like do what you got to do like to like keep the game rolling in a way that's fun and satisfying. That's my opinion.
I will actually disagree there.
Say more. I'm interested.
I think that another thing is, and there's different levels to how much game versus roleplay there is in D&D, and I think that I don't know your table, and I don't know what your players expect, and also, I will say the most important thing is out of the table communicating, knowing that everyone wants the same experience, because playing D&D can mean different things to different people. There's some people who I actually just want to RP a fantasy character with my friends, and that's a lot of fun, and we kind of like then go through some like dungeons and some combat, and that's whatever, but we always end up on top because it's really like it's really like lax, and we're the protagonists, you know, we're not gonna lose. But like some people, it's a lot more. There's a reason why there's like math and stat blocks associated with it, and it's some people, the narrative is crafted through the dice rolls and through like chance events that like couldn't have happened. Your player deaths are meaningful because like, hey, that's just the way that the dice rolled. But I think sorry, I'm rambling a little bit, but I think that knowing your rules as best as you can and expecting your players to kind of know the rules is like the best way you can kind of have fun and making sure everyone's on the same page. It was stressful when I was a DM.
Yeah.
I think that I would do it a lot better than I would do now, just because that was like
No, it's okay.
over
You can
5
keep
years
talking.
ago.
Keep talking.
But yeah, D&D is something like different per table, and I think the only way that you're gonna figure out if like you and your players want to have like a super like number crunchy game is, or if like it's more of like a casual like RP thing, is talking about it and making sure everyone's on the same page.
Yep. I remember early on in one of our games, one of our friends wanted to do like a joke character, and the DM, I forget if it was Aries, it doesn't matter, like was like, I don't want to do like a joke campaign actually. And there was a conversation that was like, actually, can you do like a more serious character? And there was like kind of a conversation of, well, like you're gonna be invested in the character eventually if you just like allow me to do the character I want to do. And they're a bit of a stubborn person, so it was kind of like, well, you know, I would prefer if we had like a little bit more of a cohesive, like less like, because it was like the kind of like Bobo the Clown, like the like bard character like type person, and it was like DM didn't want to be like, no, Bobo, like Bobo's down, like like it's important to have these kind of establishing conversations with your table beforehand, or else there's gonna be a lot of anger. Jevil. I may have allowed an orc monk named Aang in session 0, but now he's his own guy completely. Yeah, that's what the player was arguing, was that like they're trying to be a goofball, but they're gonna end up like locking in, and that's true a lot of the time. But at the end of the day, you have to be in agreement about how that's gonna go down.
And that's why I say like the most important thing is to talk, because like it's like a, you know what, some people don't want to play with the orc named Aang. Some people it's like a, yeah, whatever, we'll roll with it. It's just D&D, you know, like
Yeah.
show up RP, like play your character, and like it'll all kind of be fun regardless.
True. Thank you for your input. I know I put you on the spot.
No, thanks for letting me ramble.
Also, like, don't worry too much, because I guarantee even if you're like, let's say bad at it or like don't feel confident, I bet like your players really enjoy your games, or else they wouldn't show up to the table.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like the DM puts in, I would argue, the most work, and like they also are entitled to be fun, and like you don't have to be Matt Mercer in order to run a good like D&D table. Like
True.
That like it's not going to look like the way it does on like professional podcasts and stuff. It's a game. Everyone should have fun.
True. I wish we finished our last campaign. I was so locked into my OC.
COVID cut us short.
I was like a half demon, half elf, and Aries was DMing and helped me like homebrew a old like 3 or like old edition 4 like race. It was what was it?
I don't even know about that.
It was like a, I forget what it's called. There was a word for
I think
it.
we ended up having like a
Did they bring it back?
I think it might have been one of the ones where they brought back like a data sheet for it, like through their like weekly like release, and it's not necessarily canon. But
It's like a homebrew helper, I'm
yeah,
guessing.
pretty much. It's the patch notes.
Patch notes. They patched it out. They patched it back in, folks. Sad. My brain just keeps saying tiefling, but it wasn't a tiefling.
No.
It was something very specific.
Yeah.
It was so cool, though. Yow! I remember this area being hard. Ooh! God damn it. Juice box, please! Binky. Binky got me. You have a headache.
Just a little.
I can tell looking at you. You poor thing.
I'm okay. I might take a rest for a second.
Kill him. Binky needs to be shredded apart! Kill the Binky! Ares has left. It's just Bunbun and the demons. Yeah, D&D was really satisfying after like years of this game literacy conversation, because like it really felt like you know, let's say like you're on like a cliff. The other side is where you need to go. There's a river that will take you away. What do you want to do? And you like, as the DM, let's say you're like, okay, they have a rope in their inventory. They can like use the rope. Like they like can try to swim, but they're not going to be able to, so they're gonna have to roll like a dexterity check or something like that, or like and then like the players will be like, I'm gonna throw the halfling. And then it's like, what? And it's like, I'm gonna throw the halfling across the river. And it's like and then you're like flipping desperately through your book, and you're like, and then you're like, okay, roll for strength, I guess. Like, and then and then you have to kind of on the fly, like, be ready to figure out how to like solve problems, both as the players and like as the DM, trying to like accommodate the players. It's so fun though, and like makes for like such funny gameplay, because like you think as a result like, wow, the players like are having all the fun, like they get to do whatever they want. Well, just because you think of an idea doesn't mean that it's gonna pan out. Like, let's say the person that said that has like a strength of 5, and you need like a like strength check of like 21, like in order to make it. It's like, it's too late. You already walked into the throwing the tiefling idea. So like you're kind of boned now. Sorry. Like, it's just like, it's really fun. It's really, really fun playing the game. I miss it so bad. Throws it right in the water. Yeah, you roll a 5, and you're like, you tried to throw halfling character, but instead you both tumbled into the water. Like, roll for dexterity on if you can swim. Like, or something like that. DC 18 to get that bad boy to the other side. 14, and he has to find a snake stuck in the wall. The gods thought throwing the halfling was a bit touchy as a concept. You trip. It's so true. I remember Aries used to have us like, we had a few religious characters where like they drew their power from their gods, right? And I remember he used to pass us notes based on like both like faith checks and like private conversations and stuff that were like things that were being said like directly into our brains. It was so cool. That was a long time ago. I miss that shit. As the DM, you were the voice of the gods, speaking directly into the brains of individuals in the party. And that's another thing that I think some people forget is you are a player character. You're literally playing so many NPCs, some of which are going to join your party from time to time. You know? Ooh. Oh, God. Hey, you guys want to see a sick animation? Don't know what I did, but it was cool. Was cool. Raw, isn't it? Let me in. Into the maw of the giant demon skull. We move deeper into the depths of hell. Hello. Not the maw. The word maw is raw. I love it. It's so good for fantasy. It is very cool. That's the correct answer. The pinkies. I feel like I haven't done any of my fucking challenges because I haven't. Honestly, I have a bit of a headache too. This game recurringly gives me a headache. I did draw this morning, but it doesn't feel like a posture headache. I think it's motion. And the frame drops earlier probably didn't help. Bad frame rate gets me worse than like fast motion. But we're almost done with the game. I'll probably finish it tonight. Assuming everything works. Whoa, wow, 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 wow! No, Pinky! Pinky, no! Pinky! Evil little binky. I should just use the big fucking gun. The big fucking gun. Wow. Binky been ability evil. Yeah, Binky evil. We don't like Binky. It's so funny because by far my most underused weapon in any Doom game is always the rocket launcher, which is like the opposite of how Ares plays. Because like the rocket launcher, I mean, other than the BFG in this series, but the rocket launcher signals to the player like, this is a really strong fucking gun, mate. This is a good gun, mate. And I'm just like, ugh, this thing's such a pain in my ass. It's so hard to control, and I blow myself up with it. Punched his lights out, mate. I barely touched him. He's being dramatic. No! Oh, I wanted to punch him. I pulled the tube out. There you are, you freak. 2 barons with 1 shot. Ooh. Sounds like a job for a big fucking gun, mate. But there's only 1 here. Spare no one. Fear nothing. Weapon upgrade, mate. Do I even need those? Looks like they give you more than you need. I got all of them, I just need to master them, but I don't know that I will before the game's over. Got all of those though, yippee! Oh my god, that is fast, holy fuck. Weep womp, weep womp, weep womp. Where's the Labubu? Show me the Labubu. Show me Labubu. In the dark corners of hell, there stands only one Labubu. The last Labubu that the Doomslayer hadn't collected. The people of Palmard stand aside. as the Doomslayer, buys the stock of mystery box Labubu, fearing for their life. He with the endless smile, darkest Labubu. Okay, but where's the Labubu though? Okay, but where's my Labubu? Hey, Labubu. Aha! There stood in the hole in the staircase was the final and most important Labubu. Actually, I don't know if there's other Labubus in this level. Perhaps our journey is not yet over. Neo, this is what he did to the last guy that crushed his Labubu. Oh my god. Our sentinel friend, he pointed us in the direction. Oh my god. They're helping us. But why so violent, Doom Guy? Yeah, can't we all just get along? Violence was chosen when they killed my little rabbit Daisy. She was a cutie pie, and now all demons must perish. Now into the maw of the next demon. True, fuck those demons. Hmm? What that? Oh. Man, I could have been using a lot more fucking BFG. Big fucking gun, mate. We're not doing so good on these secrets. I think I was supposed to get one in the last area before this one. Uh-oh. I was not paying attention there. Oh well. Fucking pancakes! I hate these motherfuckers. Imagine you get shot with the super shotgun from Doom Guy and you just explode into meat chunks. I feel like that'd be like kind of an L. Just like one shot blow. It's fucked up. Binkies are football players. Yeah, they fucking, they're my least favorite enemy. Them and the meatballs. The caca demon. The doo-doo demon. The cacao demon, as our new friend put it. I'm trying to remember his name. I forgot. I'm sorry. I'm locked in. The doo-doo demon. Eat it. Here they are. Neep. Weep. Okay. Oh, it did not count the Baron of Hell one for some reason. I guess that's not one fucking shot then. My bad. I thought that would count with the BFG. Oops. Doom Guy just doing Dynasty Warrior shit without the Warrior style gameplay. Oh, that's another game I want to play. I don't know what Dynasty Warrior is, but that made me think of Ghost of Tsushima. That's what I really want to play on stream. That's what I really want to do. That's all I want to do in the world. I've never played it. I've only watched it and it looks so good. The Ghost of series is so appealing to me. It's just so vibrant and beautiful. Yeah, graphically it's beautiful. That's what I think too. It's so gorgeous. It's like one of the prettiest games I've ever seen in my life. And I love that it was made by Americans, but that the Japanese love it. And that it was a love letter to like feudal, or is it feudal Japan? I don't know. Whatever the era was. I'm sorry. I don't know enough about Japanese culture. And I just love that it was like a love letter to like those times, and that the Japanese are like, yeah, fuck yeah, you did so good. When like there's so many games that Americans have played that Japanese people make, and we're like, yeah, this is so good. Cultural exchange. Wraiths.
Olivia?
They promised me so much.
Ah! Ew! It's Mother Brain and a Metroid and a baby! Ew! What is that thing? Some kind of rodent? Some kind of creature? It's a creature feature now, folks. Ew. Uh-oh. Electricity, electricity. The way that did, like, fuck all. I'm running out of health! Oh, my insides. She's gross. So, what you think? Oh shit, did I get a subscription notification earlier from Shadesman? I never saw it. Thank you, Shadesman. I'm sorry. If you're still here, hello. I'm sorry. Let me see if I can replay it. That is not making a sound for me. Let me see if I can fix that real quick. Oh, that might be on my end, actually. That might be my fault. Yes, that's my fault. There we go. Now it'll make sound. Let's try it again. Yay! Sorry about earlier. My bad. Thank you, thank you. I should really be careful how much I'm tapping out at this point in the game. That seems to be a trigger. Boom, boom, click, click, stop. I've been so insecure that I'm overusing the fucking... Stop! I know exactly what you mean. I'm ashamed. I need to use a different weapon.
No, it's the real Doom Guy weapon.
No, stop. No.
I told you before.
I know you told me, but I listen to my own VODs. And when I listen to my VOD, this is what it sounds like. Boom, boom, click, click, boom, boom, click, click, boom, boom, click, click. Put it back! No!
Enjoy it while it lasts.
I need to put some variety in it, though. At least make it auditorily interesting. It's over. No boom boom click click, mate.
Oi! Can you talk about Wigan finally? Wigan culture? Don't overwatch the screen, you're gonna get sick. It
No,
moves really fast.
About Wigan kebab, you gotta get some pea wet on it. You know, in Wigan it's as good as gravy. that Wigan kebab.
You know what's crazy is I looked up pea wet, and even though it came up on like the search results,
Yeah.
there was not like one pea wet. It was like a cultural, like multiple people experiencing like pea wet. It's like if you look up like Chicago deep dish, you're not gonna find one video of someone eating Chicago deep dish, but you wish more people weren't eating it.
That's really funny.
I'm giving it brain saps. Oh shit. That's not. There we are. A little off the top, just to trim. They did not know pea wet Wigan kebab. Kebab. Yeah. Why did I do that? I didn't think it would take it with me. I locked in for a second.
Awesome predict.
I locked in.
Nice. That fucking Mega Man.
It took like, it gave me a buzz cut. I keep thinking about MGS dude. His head looks like a used eraser. Oh shit, I'm gonna die from laughing. These little freaky rockets always get me. What is that? Oh! Oh, I was going for that health. Yeah. Okay, wait, I gotta stretch. Mm.
Oh, you're drinking Red Bull. You got it.
I'm locked in, baby.
Spend your weapon upgrade points.
I don't think I have any left to spend. Like, not like actually.
Oh, well, fucking forget it then.
Hydration check. I didn't hear that either. Is that set up? Nope. All day, y'all weren't gonna tell me you couldn't hear nothing. Fuck off. You guys! You guys. And for some reason, it doesn't want to replay channel point ones. I don't know why. It's fine. You hear it? Yeah. Pardon? That's crazy. I didn't hear that one. Maybe it was just because the monitor was off. Mate. Alright. But I do like blaming you. I want to see a no-hit of this game. It feels impossible. Even at like an easy difficulty, it feels impossible.
Well, yeah, there's, I think, like, part of what gives you, like, such a, like, god-tier gameplay feeling is there's so much, like, chaff that you have to, like, clear through. And
Chaff?
like, crappy little grunt enemies that, like, are kind of just supposed to, like...
Oh god, no! No! That fucked me! Sorry, what were you saying?
Oh, just that, like, there's so many little, like, low-quality enemies that are, like, meant just to make it more difficult, or I guess in this game, easier against, like, harder enemies, that I feel like a no-hit run is, like, impossible.
Oh god, I forgot about that part. I know. That was my safe zone. No! It's hard to predict, too, what it's gonna do.
She works out at the library.
Shut up! Oh my god. Oh! That was a good hit. Oh, it's still going. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Don't kill me, please. Don't kill me, please. It's like fucking flailing. Oh, it's gonna kill me. It's gonna kill me.
Is there another phase?
I don't know. It's like in its like dead spider phase. Also, even if I did know, which I don't, that's fucking spoilers. I can't tell you that. Oh! Find every collectible, knee deep in the dead. Who's next? I just got 3 fucking... No! I hate this tether! Who put the baby leash on Doom Guy? This is like when you put kids on a leash. Put me down! Put me down!
It's over. You stopped the invasion and closed the portal.
Put me down!
But it's come at a price. Argent, Vega, this entire operation. You see, I've watched you work. Come to understand your motivation. You think the only way is to kill them all, leave nothing behind.
I'm gonna kill you.
And you may be right. But we can't just shut it all down. Without Argent energy, it will be worse. I don't expect you to agree. But with this, we can continue our work. I am not the villain in this story. I do what I do because there is no choice.
Rerouting tether coordinates complete.
Our time is up. I can't kill you. I won't have you standing in our way.
How dare you have my crucible when it's a cool sword before me? No!
Cliffhanger of all cliffhangers, though. Do you know how exciting it must have been to get the Eternal, like... and then Toby in the background going, oh! That whole time I was trying to put my fucking arms up and I couldn't. Walked into Bun yelling, what a good day.
Yippee! We win!
Can I tap out while this is going? Oh, hell yeah. Thank fuck.
There's my arms. Wow, 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 wow. Shut up.
Oh my gosh.
Can I skip? Are they gonna let me skip? I'd like to skip. I don't care.
Remember all the memories you made?
Remember not meeting either of these people?
Remember not playing the multiplayer for a 10-year-old game?
It don't exist, bro.
You were saying?
I remember you trying this and it wasn't good.
No, I didn't actually. It was
Oh, was it the Eternal one?
That was,
Oh.
yeah, and it's like an asymmetric online shooter, so it really wasn't fun. And it just felt janky. Apparently this one was actually somewhat fun, I had heard.
And Aries is here. I just put him on screen. My bad.
And Aries.
And Aries, yay! Me.
Doom Guy 2 and Doom Guy 3. No, those are the Sentinels, I think. Aren't they supposed to be green?
I think those were just the guys from the multiplayer.
Those are the mood guys. It's like the opposite of the Doom Guy. What do you think of that?
Yes. There's about 16 of them. 8 on each side.
Wasn't that fun, you guys? We ate so much glass. We killed so many caca demons. I killed a binky or two. I'm not going to go and get those levels that I didn't beat. I got my completionist itch, okay? That's enough. That's enough. Wasn't that fun, you guys? Oh my god. Who are we gonna raid? Oh, well, we should wrap it up. Oh, look, Blue Foo's live. No more glass eating. You can't tell me what to do. Another game killed by the bun. I hope you guys had fun with it. I know that it was buggy as all fuck. But, you know what? We got through it, and now I can uninstall it.
Are you excited to play Eternal, Mark?
I am fucking hyped to play Eternal, on the other hand. Eternal is amazing and eternally better. Everyone go hang out with Blue. I know it's not your bedtime now, so you actually need to hang out and raid. It's the rules. I have you in before midnight, so you have to chat a little bit so that I'm not just always sending empty raids to her, okay? She's really good. She's a great streamer. She's on her phone at the moment, but that's irrelevant because the raid isn't there yet. Okay, let's go bakery really quickly. Thank you for being here. Tomorrow will be Doom Eternal. We got through this game really fast.
Thank you so much for all the fun, and thank you for the donations today. It was really nice of everyone. You really didn't have to do all that. And I hope you have fun in the raid, and make sure that you are very sweet and are good to Bluefoo, and that you don't just talk about Bun-Bun the whole time, okay? It's the Bluefoo stream, not the Bun-Bun stream, okay? Okay? Alright! Hope you had a good time. And that's about it. Oh my god, Toby, shut up! I'm about to be done! Okay, I'm gonna go now. Bye-bye! Bye, everybody! Bye! Bye-bye! Oh, wrong screen. Bye! Bye-bye.